I made it. So I told you that I would drop an update video. Graduation was Wednesday, September the 29th. It seems like it was a long time coming. Definitely long overdue. Out of everything, out of everything, like I'm great with tests. I can do that. And most people that I've met while they were there were a lot of people who were concerned with the um, final graduation standards, the actual physical fitness part of it. For the 1.5 mile run, the 220-yard dash, and those minimum of 24 push ups. Once you hit that point, most people were like, but once I make it to this point and I pass that on that last time, then that happens within that for the last month that you're pretty much there. They were like, once I pass this, in my mind, I'm already at graduation because that's what was taking people out. If you are concerned with that now, you need to start. I promise you, I am not lying to you. You need to start now. It's better to go ahead and start now versus getting there, trying to get started, or thinking I got time, and you get up to the last one and you fail. And if you fail, they're going to send you home. And if they send you back home, and I mean home, like to your home port, your home port may very well fire you. They are not playing because that is a part of you getting the job. Don't just think, oh, it's just a physical fitness part. I don't have to do it anymore after that. No, it's a part of you getting this job. This is what you signed up for. Get on the ball. Serious face and all. Get on it. My story, I told you before that I was working out a little bit. I was doing a little something. Like, I wasn't just going crazy. But I at least was working out and I was running. And the reason I was doing it is because I love food. So I work out because I love food. So I'm like, okay, I should be in good shape. I was thinking I can get to the academy. I'm good to go because I've been doing something. And when I first got there, no, before I got there, my run time, I got my run time, my mile and a half down to about 15 minutes and maybe 20 seconds. I said, okay. Because by the time it's time to get to the actual one that counts, I'm going to be good to go. I'm going to be under 15 minutes. That first physical fitness test, to show the baseline, 220-yard dash, 38 seconds. This is fine. I can do this. Because for me, it's a sprint. Sprints are easy to me. They might not be easy for everybody else or other people, but for me, it's like, okay, I ran track. I'm good. This is a sprint. I ran track a long time ago, but I'm like, I'm good. Boom, got that time. I had to use my asthma pump after that sprint. I haven't had to use my asthma pump in a long time. And I was shocked. I said, okay, now it's time to go in and do these push-ups. I have not been practicing push-ups at all because I was like, I can do the push-ups. I remember I literally worked my push-ups up that I was able to get a good amount of push-ups in. So I'm like, I'll be fine with the push-ups. I got in there to do the push-ups. I did 11. That's what I counted. But out of the 11 I did, only 7 of mine counted. So because it was getting to the point when he counted 7, and he was like, the instructor said, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. It got in my head. And I'm like, okay, these don't count. I'm using all of this strength that I have to try to do these push-ups because for a lot of females, push-ups are not the easiest things in the world. Like, I can go to the gym. I will go to the gym and I will bench press. I can just bench press all day. It's not a problem. Bench press and weights. I'm not scared of them. And I mean, I put weights on the bar. So when I bench press, I'm not just bench pressing the bar. Push-ups? A whole different beast. So because he got in my head by saying that those push-ups that I was doing didn't count, my body it just stopped. Like I couldn't hold my body up anymore. 7 push-ups. 7. Okay, that's done. Time to go outside. Time to run this mile and a half. I did not stop running at all. I didn't walk. I'm not saying I just ran. There's a difference between running and jogging. I jogged. I did like a little light jog the whole time, the whole 6 laps. I did not walk. Came in at 17 minutes and 24 seconds. When I tell you I was pissed off at myself, like I'm my biggest critic. I was so mad that I didn't pass what I needed to pass. And I knew what was expected of me. But I thought that I had everything. You need to build stamina going into that academy. You're going to need it. The physical things that your body is going to go through, your physical fitness test, you're going to need stamina. Build it up. Don't go in there half stepping. Don't go in there and you haven't been working out. Because the last thing that you want to happen to you, not only is it a possibility that if you don't make it, you're not going to have that job, but you can risk injuries. Build your body up. Like that is so important. Go in there, build your body up. If you haven't started, I don't care if you EOD next week. Start hitting the gym now if you haven't been doing anything. Like it is so important. You're going to naturally lose weight because the food is not the greatest. I mean, guys love it, but it's like going to college and every guy, they all love the dining hall and chow food. Like it was free food. You get to go eat. They was cool with it. They get their breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Me, I'm like, oh boy. They do have some good food on some nights, don't get me wrong. But I say all of this to say, with the food plus all the walking, you're naturally going to lose weight. You're going to lose weight. But you can't bank on the fact that you're losing weight, that weight is going to help contribute to you passing your physical fitness standards. That's not how this works at all. I lost 8 pounds. Only 8 pounds. But I did lose a good bit of body fat and I gained a good bit of muscle. But I worked my butt off for that. I'm going to tell you why I worked out so much. After that first physical fitness test, the director came in to talk to our class. And he was talking about our final scores after that physical fitness test. And he specifically stated someone did 7 push-ups because on the list, it doesn't have your name on the list, so you can't tell who is who. It's only identified by a specific number, your number. You'll know your own number. But he said someone did 7 push-ups. And in my mind, because I'm so competitive and I'm my own biggest critic, all I heard was him saying in front of everybody, a class of 48 plus the 2 instructors. In my mind, what I heard was, oh, Nicole came out. She did 7 push-ups. She only did 7 push-ups. And she knew that you had to do at least 24. That's what I heard. I felt like I was being called out. I wasn't the only person that did 7 push-ups. 7 push-ups wasn't the minimum amount of push-ups that somebody else in my class did. I mean, somebody did less than 7. But I still didn't pass, so none of that other stuff mattered. Because to me, that's what I heard. Like I heard, it's like you calling me out. So now I have something to prove. Like I already had something to prove because I knew I wanted this job. I knew I'm going to go in. I'm going to do whatever it takes. That's just who I am. I'm going to do whatever it takes. Because I got my mind set up at this point. Because it's like nothing. Nobody can say to me. So just try to be against me. So I said, okay. After that day, I invested in a workout plan. Team Elite Strength on Instagram. I invested in their plan. It's an 8-week program. It incorporates strength, power, and endurance. 6 days a week. So I was on the ball for 6 days a week. I'm looking to try to see. I don't think I have anything. I just wanted to make sure it was like there. I had the correct Instagram information, but I'm gonna have to post it in a title section so you'll have it. If you're looking to get better, and if you want to get better, if you want this job, and you feel like you haven't did what you were supposed to do, I suggest that you get the program. It worked. What I would do is, since it was 6 days, you had plyo hit days, you had a full body strength day, um, you had like powerlifting days, which I'm not saying that like it's not heavy weights. It's based off of what you want to use, but it's like dumbbells and um, bands, stuff like that. Nothing hard, but I worked my butt off. So I would do my weights or do my plyo days, then I hit the track and I run. And I did it from May until, what was that? July? May until July. Strong. 6 days a week. My body got to the point where it was just so tired because I was just going. Because not only am I doing this on my own, but we also have, you'll see you have other classes. I mean, everything else that you have to do. So my body just started like it. I I knew it was just starting to get tired. So I'm like, I gotta do something else. So instead of me doing 6 days, I just cut my days down to 5. And then maybe I would run 2 days after my workout. But I would just still do the workouts for 5 days a week and then run after I finish my workout 2 days during that week. But I wouldn't run like a mile and a half or more than a mile and a half. I didn't need all of that. What I needed for myself was to build my endurance. That workout helped because if you can go and work out and tire yourself out and then get on that track and run, like when it's time to just get out there and do those little 3 things, it's going to be so much easier. But you also have to work on those push-ups, ladies especially. Like guys, most guys are okay with push-ups. But ladies, you have to build your endurance on those push-ups. So that means you have to do push-ups. I was busting out push-ups in the classroom on breaks. Like if we have a 15-minute break, getting down on the ground, boom, doing push-ups. And I built it up. I probably started at 15 for a week, went up to 18 the next week. The next week I went up to 21. Then after that I went up to 24. So that's just in the classroom. I still have push-ups that I'm doing in my room or when I'm working out. Like some of the workouts, some of the days included push-ups. So I was at least doing a minimum of 100 push-ups at least 5 days a week. Just so I can make sure I did my push-ups correct so I can hit a minimum of 24 when it was time to graduate. I was not playing any games and I was struggling with the push-ups. And it's hard work. My shoulders started to give out on me because I was doing so many push-ups. But I promise you, if you start on your stuff now and then just try to maintain, it is so much easier than trying to get there and then trying to have that feeling of being overwhelmed because you're like, man, what am I going to do? I know some people who were already in the academy, they already graduated, but I had to hit them up because I'm like, what did you do? Because I was freaking out about this physical fitness test. I'm like, there's no way I'm finna lose this job, like this career, over physical fitness standards. Like, I'm an athlete. I've always been an athlete. I'm a natural athlete. I've gotten older. I'm not doing as much as I would have been doing. Well, I wasn't doing as much. But I'm like, it's no way. Like, I can't miss out on this because of some physical fitness standards. Nah, that's not going to happen. So I called a couple of people. I'm like, yo, what did you do? They was like, listen. And everybody has different ways that they conquered this. Like, I know some people that just got out there and they just ran. They just ran over 6 laps at least 3 days a week. That wasn't what I needed. I needed, like I stated, to build my endurance, and that's what I did. Whatever is going to work for you, you need to do it, but you need to figure it out early. Don't wait until the last minute. Don't get to the academy and let these people tell you that you didn't do what you were supposed to do, because it's so many people. Because of COVID, you had all of this time to get your stuff together. You already know you had a job. The only thing you may be waiting for is your letter, your official final offer letter. After you get that letter, you are reporting and you're basically starting work within 2 weeks. And then after that, you're going to the academy. That's how it usually went. But COVID has pushed things back so far, which could very well be a blessing in disguise for a lot of people. Like, it's giving you that time to get your stuff together. So don't get there and not be close enough that you can make a big difference from your first physical, because you get 3. That first one, then you get a second one. You're going to get a mid to see where you are based off of that first. I don't know if they're going to take away that mid. I don't know what they're going to do. There used to be, what was it? 2 physical fitness tests within a hiring process alone. So you had the step test that you do because you have to stay on beat. So you had a step test. Then you also had the sit-ups and you had the push-ups, and you're done. The second test that you did included everything that you need to do for the final. Your 1.5 mile run, your 220 yard dash, and your push-ups. You had a little extra time, but you had to pass that in order to continue on with your hiring process. They took that away. Based off of what I've seen at the academy and the things that I've heard with the physical fitness standards, I personally wouldn't be surprised if they brought that second part back to kind of try to cut down on people who are getting to the academy and may fail their physical fitness standard at the end. Because if you look at it, it's so much time and money that's invested in this person for them to get all the way to 4 months. Like I said, you hit that last one within 4 months of being at the academy. That's the end. After that, you have about 2 weeks left of the academy. And if you don't pass those physical fitness standards, and I don't care how you look at it and think, we don't have to do this ever again. We don't have to run. We don't have to do none of this. Why does it matter? You knew the standard prior to applying for that job. You knew the standard when you applied for the job. You're going to know the standard now because you're watching the video. You're going to know the standard once you hit the academy. That's not going anywhere. And just because you think that it shouldn't matter, because why does it matter? We're not going to have to, whatever the case may be. If that's the standard, you need to be passing that standard. Period, point blank. Nothing else about it. And really, with it being a standard, it's a good thing, because you need to keep up. It's great to keep up on your health in some form or some fashion. Like, you need to do that. So those people who didn't pass, there have been plenty of people who have went home. Like, and I mean, not just home, but if you fail, they're sending you back to your port. And then your port has to decide, okay, well, what are we going to do with this person? Because that's part of your job description. That was a part of what you signed up for in order to get the job. You have to pass that part of the test. Your port can very well say, hey, nah, we don't want them. They didn't pass it. They were supposed to do what they were supposed to do. And especially people who've been like me. I'm about to hit 1 year already. You have people who've been waiting to get to the academy for 6-7 months. And then by the time you take your final physical fitness test, you're almost at a year and you're still failing it. That's a problem. That is a huge problem. So I'm stuck on this time, talking for this length of time, 19 minutes, because I'm trying to stress to you how important that part is. Everything else, I promise you, in my opinion, was mental. You can overcome a lot of things, but you want to be able to worry about as less things as possible, especially if you already know what to expect. And you already know what to expect when it comes to the physical fitness aspect. You know what to expect. And if you're watching this video, you want to know what to expect. Of course, there's plenty of things that I can't tell you. However, I can tell you this part because this part was included when you were applying. So you already knew. So get on it. Everything else is mental. You'll get through those things day by day. Just take your time. But get on the physical fitness part. My hair looks like this. Listen, disregard it. But I had braids back in July, and then we got to a point that we couldn't leave campus after a while again, which that's gone now. Everything is fine. But once we got to that point, like I couldn't get my hair done. So I came home. When I came home, I finally took my braids out, and now I have to get my hair redone. But boy, that was a struggle. But it's back open. Y'all can move around as you please, which is a good thing. I don't really foresee that changing. Now, of course, with all the stuff with them putting that requirement of people within federal positions having to be fully vaccinated by a certain time, so I just don't see Flexi possibly restricting you to just the campus again. But my advice for you, you get there. If you haven't been to college, don't treat it like it's a college. At the end of the day, it's still your job. Don't get me wrong, you're going to have some fun on the weekends. You're going to have some fun after hours, whatever the case may be. But just keep in mind, like this is your job. And you can get down there and you can act up and you can still lose that job. Just because you're in now, you're not done yet. So keep that in mind. If you have been to college, don't feel like you're going to Flex and you're about to relive your college all over. No. Mind. Mind first. Get your job, get your money, get your coins, do what you have to do so you can get out of there. You're gonna, like I said, you're gonna enjoy yourself. That's fine, but just don't go overboard, okay? Don't go overboard. I'm trying to think if I can think of anything else. No, I can't. But I'm gonna try to see if I can possibly upload videos of my before and after pictures so you can see what difference it was for the workout program that I had. I'll also post a link for that workout program so you can go ahead and cop that. I promise you it'll be worth it. You put in the work, you'll reap the benefits, and your body will thank you later. Trust me. Outside of that, good luck to everybody in your process. I'm hitting the Virgin Islands. I go back to work October the 12th. I'm excited. I'm ready to get there. I'm ready to start. Of course, I know coming out of the academy, actually starting the job is going to be a little different from the academy, of course. But I'm ready. Ready to get started. And I'm looking, I possibly drop another video around that time. Once I get there, kind of get in. Of course, I talk about certain things because it's a lot of stuff that you just can't talk about. If you don't know that yet, you're going to know that. But whatever I can talk about that is public information, I will disclose. If you have any questions, drop a comment. If I can't upload the pictures, I don't know if I can or if I can't. But if I can't, then I'll list my IG on here so then you can actually go into the IG and you can look, because my IG is public, but you can take a look at my before and after pictures. But get to work, man. I promise you, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It feels good to finally have accomplished that goal, got it out of the way. But you can do it. I promise you can do it. You just got to put in the work, put in the time, put in the effort. That's it. All right. See you later.